We've covered Biden's recent surge in approvability as he continues to hurdle fundraising record after fundraising record, now having a 3-1 lead in that regard to Trump, all the while his poll numbers keep inching upwards as well. But it's been a while since we've seen a Democratic voice make their way on the right-wing media, namely Fox, and spread the truth to their viewers there, probably the only bit of truth they would get all week, until Fox News Sunday decided to have Democratic Congressman Khanna on, who always does a great job articulating the Democratic message in a way that's easy to digest. So I thought we would play this clip and then we could dive into it a little further.
This country went through COVID, and I think that had a huge impact, and we're still recovering from it. But the question is, what is the choice? Here's what President Biden wants to do. He's created 15 million new jobs. He wants to bring back manufacturing. He wants to raise wages for folks. He wants to lower the cost of prescription drugs. President Trump had 4 years. What did he do? He had corporate tax cuts. Many people benefited from it in Silicon Valley, in my district. And the question is, where do you think the economic vision of this country should go? I believe invest in the working and middle class. There's no doubt people are hurting because we're still recovering from COVID, but President Biden has a better economic vision.
And this is absolutely correct. If we look at this chart, we recouped our pre-pandemic jobs in June of 2022. And since then, it's still grown at a steady rate, so much so that the average is 282,000 jobs a month, still 100,000 higher than Trump's pre-pandemic levels. And remember, by all accounts, Trump was handed a great economy and Biden was handed a mess. And he not only managed to turn that around, with multiple economists directly attributing the speed of recovery to his bill, such as the American Rescue Plan, but he's now produced an economy that is outperforming Trump's pre-pandemic numbers in all metrics. A lot of the bad feelings or negative economic sentiment that you see from people now stems back to the pandemic, whether consciously or subconsciously. Researchers have linked avoiding thinking or talking about highly stressful or traumatic situations leading to a sort of free-floating sadness or anger that can become attached to your current circumstances, i.e. your economic ones. Also, Nature.com has a really interesting study they did with over 10,000 people that showed not only your vaccination status, but your overall stance on the COVID vaccines can affect the seriousness in which you view the pandemic being of in retrospect. Like where even people who said it was serious at the time showed a far lower estimation of the risk years later when asked about it, if they were unvaccinated. So I think a lot of us, one, can overlook the fact that the negative effects we feel from the pandemic started in 2020 under Trump, not under Biden. Expecting Biden to then come in and snap them away immediately are only expectations that Republicans would want to enforce, though they don't hold the same standard for Trump's mishandling of it. Those same people, when you talk about Trump's losing jobs, will say, well, that's the pandemic's fault. But they fail to say that when they talk about inflation under Biden, which could equally be attributed to the pandemic. And as Khanna pointed out, Biden's economic record and packaging is better, focusing on the middle and lower class and building that up rather than tax cuts for the wealthy that would have massively cut our revenue and left us in the hole the pandemic caused for even longer. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 a month if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.